This week on The Rule, Phil hunts the big state of Kansas for a rutting buck with a bow. It's the land of Oz, and after this eventful hunt, there is no place like home for the Rule team. Phil has close encounters, surprise visitors, and much more on this week's episode of The Rule, and it starts now.
40-story building looking down on me, blocking a perfectly good view of the sky. But I've got rolling, wide open fields and a homegrown sunset on my mind. I make it real good living in this city, but this will never be home to me. No, no, 'cause I come from the hills where the bluegrass grows so green. I ride a little backwoods with me. Yeah, I'm a big time, small town, big city hillbilly.
Hello folks, and welcome to this week's show. Today's hunt takes us to the great state of Kansas, where I get a chance to hunt big whitetail deer with a bow. You know, Kansas just seems to be one of those states that has all the right formulas to grow big, mature whitetail bucks. Today's show is all about that, so sit back and enjoy. Well, we made it into the town of Kingman, and we're going back to the lodge to set up our plans for tonight's hunt.
After the long travel, Phil Kozak and cameraman arrive at Big Dog Outfitters Lodge in Kingman, Kansas. With the walls heavily decorated with Kansas trophies and a pile of sheds, Phil's expectations are high.
Well, we finally made it here to South Central Kansas, and we're here with Big Dog Outfitters. I've got John and Bill, and they're going to tell us a little bit about where we're going to be hunting this week and how we're going to be hunting. Bill, what kind of, I see that your terrain out here is a little open with very little woods. I know Kansas is known for big deer, but tell us a little bit about, the areas that we're going to be hunting.
Big Dog Outfitters offers hunts in units 15 and 16 in South Central Kansas. It's a lot more open country, more of a ribbon type habitat. We have 17,000 acres. We hunt a lot of edges. There's a lot of agricultural ground as well as rangeland and CRP. You don't need a lot of trees to have big deer. These big deer live in this grass just as well as they do the trees.
I absolutely love hunting Kansas this time of the year. It's just, we've had good luck out here, and Kansas has been real good to us. So, John, what do you got planned for us this week?
Well, we got one lease. We have a small Milo food plot set up with a river to the south of it, with CRP to the south of that. Hopefully we'll be bedding the CRP and moving to the Milo either in the morning or afternoon. We got a pretty good buck there, and hopefully you guys can seal the deal.
Okay. Well, I guess right now, we better get some tree stands set so we can get out and do some hunting, huh? Yeah, right there would be probably pretty good. Well, what we're doing is we're setting up some ladder stands here in Kansas. And this one happens to be on a edge of a CRP field, but there's a good thicket behind us and a little river that runs down below, and we got 5 scrapes right around this tree, so they'll be out here chasing pretty good. Any doe coming out into this field is looking for some trouble.
This week's rules of the hunt are to harvest a healthy, mature trophy Kansas buck, harvest a whitetail with bow, use grunt and rattle techniques to call big bucks within range.
In Kansas, we're allowed to do baiting, and we're going to try this stuff to see how good it really works. hunting a CRP field here with Milo behind us. The deer have been coming through this CRP to get to this Milo at night, so we're set up on a hedgerow. We're not very high off the ground because the trees aren't very straight around here, but we got a pretty good spot. We got some good cover, got some good back cover, so we're settled in here and we're gonna sit it out and see what happens tonight.
Coming up on The Rule. Phil's grunt calls get the bucks moving. That and more when we return. Portions of The Rule are being brought to you by Quigley Motor Company. Now, go where no van has gone before. Conquest. Sense on a stick. Muddy. Serious gear for serious hunters. Mat Tracks. Worldwide track technology. Dead-end decoys. It's the end of the road for Tom. Nikon. Next generation now. Aluminess Products. Manufacturers of aluminum off-road products. SKB. Providing the best transport cases in the world. Rage Slip Cam Broadheads. Put 'em down. Glendale Pre-Rut. 7 times more core shooting surface. Block Black. It's one tough target.